That was original art by Canadian artist Jim Wilson, a friend of mine and an avid Star Trek fan. And this is a set of 6 cars released by Hot Wheels celebrating the Star Trek TV show. And this is sort of part 2 from an episode that we did a couple months back with another set of cars by Hot Wheels celebrating Star Trek. That previous set of cars, though, was released for the 50th anniversary of the show's premiere, and this is a set of cars that came out a couple years earlier. These are dated 2013, whereas the others are dated 2015, really released for the 2016 50th anniversary of the show's premiere, which was in 1966. But this is an earlier set of cars by Hot Wheels. It is the same 6 characters from Star Trek, but different styles, a different style of packaging, and different makes and models on all the cars. So we're going to take a look at each one of these in the package, and we'll open one of them. Last time, for the other episode, I opened the Captain Kirk car. This time, I think I want to open the girl car, Lieutenant Uhura's car, so we'll take a look at that in a minute. But first, the packaging for Captain Kirk's car, which is a 49 Ford COE. And here's what that looks like. It's got some images on the side, the planet, the captain speaking into his communicator, and each one of these you'll see they've got like a little phrase that the character would perhaps say on the show. And for Captain Kirk, it's "Engage warp drive, Mr. Sulu." And you can tell that the style of the packaging is way different than the other set of cars that you saw on the previous episode. That set of cars had a style of imagery that was more like photographic, and this is more of a comic book approach or a cartoon type approach, you'll see. So Captain Kirk is there saying "Engage warp drive, Mr. Sulu," and he's got a blue truck. I'm going to try to show you a little bit of detail on all of these vehicles without getting too much glare, because I am operating under artificial light this morning. It's very dark out. It's the time of year when we don't have a whole lot of daylight. Getting to be late fall here. On the bottom you see an imprint of the Hot Wheels logo, and then it's got the make and model again, some numbering, it's got made in Thailand. So a little bit of detail. I'm sure the wheels move, as we'll find out when we open the Uhura car. So yeah, and then on the back, got all the verbiage that you would normally see in a Hot Wheels car. All 6 are pictured here. Collect them all, it says, and then it's got all the legal verbiage. HotWheelsCollectors.com, Mattel logo here. For the adult collector, I'll point that out again as I did last time. Okay, so that is Captain Kirk. You also, on the packaging, Real Riders logo. Metal, it says. These are die-cast cars, right? Okay, so next is Spock. And Spock has a 59 Chevy Delivery. So this is green. And we've got Spock on the side of the vehicle with the Starship Enterprise, the Star Trek font and wording here. And oh, on the top, I love the image on the top. Look at that. The 3 major characters, Spock, Kirk, and McCoy. And let's see, the front of the car. Looks like it almost has a license plate, but it's blank where the license plate would be. That would have been fun. And there's the back with the taillights. Underside. Some detail on the underside with the Hot Wheels logo, make and model, numbering. Yeah. And of course, Spock is saying, "Live long and prosper." Okay, and that is Spock. And we'll look at Scotty next, Lieutenant Montgomery Scott. She can't take much more of this, Captain. Of course he's going to say something like that, right? And this is a custom 52 Chevy that we're seeing here. Nice sculpted front. Coloring, two-tone coloring around it, and then we got the imagery on the side. Repeats his imagery on the packaging, but in reverse, right? That's what it looks like. And then the name of the show in the font that you're used to seeing, and on the back. I like that on the back too. Hopefully this is focusing okay through my camera lens. So the detail on Scotty. All right, we'll run down the row here. Dr. McCoy, Bones. And of course, it's going to be, I'm a doctor, not a something. And in this case, I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer. Wasn't that the episode with that, oh gosh, I wish I could remember the episode titles like I used to be able to, but you know what I mean, that big rock-like critter. They were down in those caves. And that big, it looked like a giant blob that was like eating things. I know somebody's going to take away my geek card for all of this, not remembering what that episode was called. But I think that's the one where he says he's a doctor, not a bricklayer. Okay, again with the imaging on the side. It's like little doors here, which is interesting. I'm not familiar with the vehicle, which is a 38 Dodge Airflow. Cool style of a vehicle, though. So Art Deco-y, right? With the lines. Got the name of the show on the back. And the underside. I like the paint job on this. The coloring, the browns in different shades. Nice stuff, Dr. McCoy, who's a doctor, not a bricklayer. And let's look at Mr. Sulu's next, and then we will end with the girl car that we're going to open. Captain, I'm picking up an object of planetary size on the sensors. Okay, well, there's Mr. Sulu on the bridge. And his is a Midnight Auto. So, there we can see some detail on the grill in the front. Big honking wheels around that thing. And there's Sulu and the art. Oh, nice art of the Enterprise on the top. I like that. The black background. Snazzy. And then on the back, oh gosh, I was tempted to open this one. It almost looks like with the lettering, the silver and black lettering on the back, it almost looks raised, but I don't think it is. I think it's painted on. It's hard to tell there. So there's the underside of that car. And that is Mr. Sulu. Okay, Lieutenant Uhura. There's been a planetary disaster in the Sigma Quadrant. Oh gosh, well at least they did not use hailing frequencies open, sir, because that was kind of the joke of the time. Poor Nichelle Nichols was so concerned after the first season. She didn't have much to do on the bridge. It seems like all she did was sit there and say, hailing frequencies open, sir. And thankfully, with the intervention of a huge legendary icon, she stayed on the show. And she is a legend herself because of that. So, representing Lieutenant Uhura here, it's the 1988 Jeep Wagoneer. And that, it's like a lavender color, which is pretty. And you've got the name of the show on the hood. And then the top is silver. Well, the rest is basically lavender. And then you've got her image on the side with the Starship Enterprise again and the name of the show. Okay. 1988 Jeep Wagoner. Okay, I'm going to carefully open her up. See if we can slide her out. And then I'll reset her basically with some tape. I've got these hanging on the wall normally downstairs in the BRBTV Bat Cave. Set her over there and vroom vroom. Nice. big tires, kind of rubbery type plastic for the tires. Shiny paint job, sort of a metallic approach on that. And you can see the interior, maybe barely through here because I'm not sure if the camera is focusing that close up. It's a white interior. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, the back, almost like a little bit of detail on the latch here on the back, and the taillights. And on the bottom, made in Thailand. What does this say? 2002 Mattel, or 2012 Mattel, and 1988 Jeep Wagoneer. And trademark and copyright for the Chrysler Group on the bottom. Almost looks like a lever that you push there. So we've got the images, the design on both sides of the vehicle. Gosh, I wish I had my loop. That is wording right there. That is so tiny. Yeah. All right, Lieutenant Uhura. She is ready to drive that thing maybe on the planet on one of the shore leaves, right? I don't know. But very nice set of cars by Hot Wheels celebrating the Star Trek TV show. All right, another thing I'm going to show you for this episode, and this is a sort of follow-up to a recent episode you saw on Terrific TV Toys that was Scooby items. I showed a sheet of Scooby stamps. And there also were Star Trek stamps that were released fairly recently. I wanted to show those. These, unlike the Scooby stamps, with these I've actually used a few. You can see there's some open spots here. But it's 4 different designs in 3 colors that you recognize as the color palette of the uniforms on the original series, the yellow, the red, and the blue, and then some green thrown in for a 4th color, and the different designs here. You've got the Starfleet insignia, you've got somebody beaming down, maybe it's Captain Kirk. You've got like a live long and prosper Vulcan greeting and the Starship Enterprise. These are forever stamps. And the nice thing about these, unlike also the Scooby stamps, when you flip over the sheet, it's got some verbiage on the back. The Scooby ones did not have that. But this tells the history of the TV show, a little bit more about it. These are dated 2016, so I want to say that these were released as a 50th anniversary item too. I know I've had them at least a couple years. I may have gotten them in 2016 or in 2017. So, very nice forever stamps. And I've only used them with like, I haven't used them like on utility bills or whatever. Like one time I sent something to my friend Lee in Georgia. I used one of these stamps then because I knew Lee would appreciate it. So I am using them sparingly. So, but I wanted to show those this time as well. A nice Star Trek collector's item. All right, well, thanks once again for watching, and keep it tuned to BRBTV for more terrific TV toys.